How are you doing? Good, good. Yeah. Keeping busy? Yeah. That's good though.
I'll take summer. I'll take the summer any day.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
End up dealing with arthritis real bad.
I know a lot of guys out
It's easier to
Yeah.
walk on a
That's
flat
good.
dry surface than it is.
That's good. You're excited about it and
Yeah, that summertime, the joints move a whole lot easier. So I'll take summertime any day.
it'll be a big transition, you know? Every new administration is going to have its challenges. You're going to start out with a clean slate in some regards. So, and that comes with its own challenges too, getting, you know,
Zinc and, D, very good shape.
these things will go by quickly.
You know, it's strange part about it.
And what? And if you tolerate, if you, can withstand, get yourself some, it's an herbal tea, it's turmeric with honey. It keeps the swelling, down.
You know, I call it. It seems like everything's in slow motion now, you know, compared to what it was. It's good that we call.
Body immersion stays in there.
I say motion.
Well, some, yes, the manager.
Oh, you need to try.
Yeah, not really.
So that's good exercise too. That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We finally got back together, and finally, so I just was the tax all. Jim, that's the first time Jim's just, yes, it's been noted, that's it, you know, no conversations. We don't know.
Are you going to have that? You're obviously going to have that. Are you exactly for the end of the year? Or do you do your
Yeah, December 22nd,
Every once in a while, I'll go
4:30, December
We
22nd.
did lease one of our Robert's rules.
My biggest
There's like things that cheating's do gave to us. One has all of our, you know. I'm just curious. Too good.
He got us all. And the big breakdown that you're talking about.
Robert's rules at a glance. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's a quick glance.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Did your neighbor pull one of the big giant, RV into his yard
Not that I
yet?
noticed.
Well, you would have noticed if he did.
It's a small street. It's a small street, and I happen to be the turn
I
around,
said-
which I'm okay with.
I-
It is, yeah.
The lady across the street, right? I got to meet her last summer.
I think so.
You know, it's a street, it's not, so I understand when I have to come down the street, they try to say, well, of course, you have to put it on my bed.
My tires didn't take that much of her time when she got work. She already.
Still left that car.
Yeah, because I pulled like the driver. Just enough to be able to make the swing.
You have to.
She was all, no, Dave bought a, nice big 42-foot fifth wheel.
Hey, Mr. Commissioner.
It's about one time.
Very pretty.
I've been going with him for 3 years. Looking at
No boot.
it.
Not bad.
He called me up that day, he says, you want to go to the camera? I said, "Yeah." He said, now, are you ready to buy? Or are you going to want that crap? I said, you are, I'm going. He said, no, he said, you've been telling me for 2.5 years the same thing. To go out and see the owner of Crawford Trimmers. I said, yeah, that's right. You want to go with me? I said, if that's where you're going, and you're ready to buy it.
But thank you for chatting.
He's not gonna be able to get that thing in his yard. I told him, I said, keep it in my yard.
Yeah. How are you? It's good to
How
see
you doing,
you.
sir?
Ready for the holidays?
Oh, pleasure. How you doing? Just
See you.
I feel the same.
Thank you for all your support and help.
my wife is still Joe and Rod and
I'm so excited for them, but at the same time, I look back and I think to myself,
You know, we got all the
for the city.
Christmas decorations up outside.
So we thank you for your support.
How are you?
Hey, how are you? I missed you today.
I was here.
I came, yeah,
Great, great news.
Lowe's is here. All right, mics are on. Did you grab that, Joe?
I'm not sitting here.
Oh, okay. Understood. It's a tongue twister.
I feel like I'm not. I'm over here somewhere.
It's the packet if you need it. I'll share.
Okay, we got that tonight.
Oh, Vice Mayor. Vice Mayor, just so you know, this is part of your report, and I have to read it.
Okay.
I think the DCA's requirement.
Yeah, you have to read that.
Yeah, so I figured you didn't want to,
Yeah.
unless you want to read
No,
it.
no.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, right, thanks. I'm not centered here. So this way.
You came early, huh? Were you early today?
Yes.
Hi, Joe.
Perfect.
You gave me 4.
Well, the heat's working well.
See, can't complain.
Yeah. You guys ready?
Yeah, I think we're on. I think.
We're on. We're on. Mics are hot.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the City of Millville regular session meeting for December 7th, 2021, at approximately 7:03 p.m. I call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mayor Santiago.
Here.
Commissioner Pepitone.
Here.
Vice Mayor Parent.
Here.
Commissioner Udalvis.
Here.
Commissioner Cooper.
Here.
We'll be going into the invocation and salute to the flag. We'll have Reverend Jonathan Murphy from the Millville Church of Nazarene deliver the invocation, and then we'll salute the flag. Can we all stand, please?
Let us pray. Father, for this amazing and great season of the year, we thank you. We thank you for our city. We love it. We pray for your blessing on tonight's meeting, for your guidance, for our leadership, for the mayor and the commissioners. We pray that all who have gathered here as we participate in this function of government, that we will be blessed and that you'll lead our city forward by your grace and make this a great season of joy and celebration. In your name we ask it. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may all be seated. Thank you, Reverend Murphy. This meeting is being conducted in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act of 1975, was advertised, posted, and made available to the public as required by statute. The municipal clerk is directed to include a statement in the minutes of this meeting. Madam Clerk, are there any review changes to this agenda?
Yes, Mayor, we have 4 additions. The first one is an ordinance on first reading, item 5, revising the salary ordinance for administrators to align with the proposed contract on tonight's agenda. Item 2 is a resolution, item 13, which is authorizing the settlement agreement with Wawa Incorporated number 0964. Resolution item 14, which is approving the second addendum to the Agriterra purchase and sale agreement, which is extending the due diligence period for the purchaser. Item 15 was added, approving a letter of intent between the City of Millville and Livonia.
Thank you. We'll now go into presentations. Commissioner Cooper?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Got it.
And so, a few months ago, we had our first Hispanic Parade,
Yes.
our first Hispanic Day Parade, and Commissioner Pepitone and I walked by City Hall. We knew that City Hall had, it was going to be an area where a lot of people were going to come to and congregate at for the parade. And we looked at the front and we saw the front, and everyone knew, and everyone in this building knows that the shrubs have been up there forever, right? So we said, we have to do something to make this a little bit more nice. And came up with some ideas. We went to Lowe's, and here they are today, the crew that really helped us out. And I want to say thank you guys. Thank you guys for helping us out. we went to Lowe's and they said, hey, you know, whatever you need, we're here to help you. And they gave us, what were they? What were those plants? Were they mums and
All different
all,
types.
all kinds of
Mulch.
mums, everything. Well, it was whatever we wanted. And that is, you know, as you said in the prayer, we love our city. That's what I love about our city, how we all work together. I love the fact that you guys had, you know, you did whatever it took. And then Commissioner Pepitone and I in our department, we all got together and we put it all out there. We laid it all out there. We took out the old shrubs and we put the new stuff in. It was just a great time. And that's what you see today. But now we need to change again, guys. Can you help us out? So I want to read this proclamation just because it was so special what you did. And that's an example of how we work together in our city. And we hope, even as we leave this commission, that the new commission all continues to work together like that. That's what makes our city great. So whereas Lowe's Home Improvement Store, number 1816, located at 113 Bluebird Lane in Millville, has generously donated time and goods to the city of Millville, and we want to recognize them, and the commissioners want to recognize them for their actions. Whereas Eric Schultz is the store manager of Lowe's here in Millville. Eric, that's you, right? There's Eric right there. All right. And Eric has a dedicated team of individuals, including the garden department supervisor, Ron Worster. And whereas Will and Jackie work under Mr. Worster in the garden department and are energetic and friendly workers who have contributed their time and energy to the city of Millville through this effort. Whereas it was the desire of the city of Millville to have the entryway of City Hall to be beautified with flowers and mulch leading up the front stairwell and ramp. Whereas the city of Millville sought to get a discount for these items, but was pleasantly surprised when the store manager insisted that the items to bring to the beautification project to fruition be donated for free by the store and loaded up by their friendly staff. Whereas Millville received over $1,000 worth of flowers and plants, and the entryway was noticeably transformed. Whereas it is through these acts of generosity and kindness that make the city of Millville the wonderful place that it truly is. Now, therefore, let it be proclaimed that the Board of Commissioners of the City of Millville, New Jersey, do hereby honor and extend warm wishes to Lowe's store manager, Eric Schultz, Garden Department Supervisor, Ron Worster, and staff members Will and Jackie for their selfless dedication, exemplary attitudes, and overwhelming generosity to benefit the citizens and employees of the City of Millville. Adopted December 7th, 2021, and signed by the Mayor Santiago, and all of our commissioners, attesting our City Clerk, Jeannie Parkinson. How about it for them, guys? Come on up and get it. What do you want me to take this over there to you? Come on. Thank you. You want to say a couple words?
No, just,
Go ahead, Eric.
the only thing I would say is that part of what we do at Lowe's is to give back to the community, and being part of the community and good community partners makes us who we are, and we were willing to support both commissioners on that day, and going forward, if you do need anything else, we'll take care of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
I won't hold it against you that you're an Air Force guy.
That's all right.
All right.
That's all right.
Here you go.
You got it.
All right, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
I'm glad you cleared that up because Commissioner Pepitone and Bruce were taking credit for doing that. But now we know you guys planted the stuff, so we appreciate that.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Now you
Thank
have to
you.
hang out until the end of the meeting. No, you can go whenever you want. Thanks, guys.
All right, Madam Clerk, can we go to transfers of resolutions?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, resolution authorizing transfer of funds for the various 2021 budget appropriations.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Second the motion.
Got a motion and a second? Are there any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Perrin?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Okay, we want the bills to be
Bills,
paid?
yes.
After properly certified.
Second the motion.
Got a motion and a second on bills. Are there any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
And also, Mr. Mayor, motion to approve and dispense for the reading of the following minutes and to proceed with the regular order of business, October 19th, 2021 regular meeting, November 3rd, 2021 regular meeting, November 15th, 2021 regular meeting.
Second that motion?
Get a motion and a second on the minutes. Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
We've now reached the public comment on agenda items only. Anyone that has a comment on an agenda item, please step up to the mic, state your name and your concerns, and limit your comments on the agenda for 5 minutes, please. Seeing no one, I close the public comment on agenda items only. Reports of commissioners. Commissioner Cooper.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And from the Parks Department, we have completed all the winterization of our irrigation systems. On Friday, November 26th, we held our annual Christmas parade, and what a great turnout it was. And the weather was perfect. Upcoming projects, we will go through all city-owned properties to check for items that need to be addressed and take care of any issues found. This is also a time of the year where we take care of any necessary building items. So now we'll be working pretty much inside. And Ms. Cruz, you want to read the rest? I have a special guest here coming to read the upcoming events. Everyone knows the beautiful Sam Cruz, Parks and Public Property Manager. Sam, she twisted my arm. She wanted to read the upcoming events, and I said, Sam, why not? Have at it. Let everybody know about these beautiful events coming up.
I'm not sure about that, Commissioner, but thank you. I do appreciate always having my time up here at the meeting. As you know, all year long, we have lots of events. I do want to thank Lowe's because they have helped us in numerous things, including one of our events that we have going on currently right now. We have a mailbox next door in the Millville Police Department. They actually donated that mailbox. All the letters that go in there go right to Santa, and Santa will write a letter back to all the children of Millville. So, or we don't exclude any other child. Anyone can put a letter in the mailbox, and we do send it. So we are accepting letters until December 19th. So make sure that you have any kiddo that would like to submit a letter, get that in there so Santa can write back to them. We also, this Friday night, we do have some spots open, not a whole lot, but we have Swim with Santa as well Friday night at the Holly City Family Center at 8 Mulberry Street. So please give my office a call. We're still signing kids up for that, so you actually will be able to swim with Santa, take a picture with Santa, and we have some activities and games for them. We do still have our free swims going on, so check them out. And the other thing we have going on right now is holiday home lighting contest. You have until Monday till the end of the week, to submit your home if you would like to participate in the judging of the holiday home lighting contest. So we had a great downtown and citywide business contest, and MGM actually won first place. We're going to try to get them here at the next commission meeting to accept their awards for the storefront window contest as well. So always a lot going on in the recreation department, and we are always accepting ideas. Our Facebook page is very active, also with Remember Me. Unfortunately, we're not having a in-public meeting session this year. But you can still submit if you had lost a child to our Remember Me, and we are posting that on Facebook. So any questions ever for the Parks and Recreation Department, please give my office a call. We're there Monday through Friday, 7 to 3:30, and we're more than willing to take any suggestions or help. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Anything else, Commissioner?
And that is it from the Parks Department.
Thank you. Commissioner Pepitone.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to make a motion to receive and file the following Millville Fire Department reports for the month of October, which include the EMS report, the incident report, and the inspections report.
Second motion.
A motion and a second on the reports from the fire department. Are there any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Yes, Mayor, and again, I'd like to thank Lowe's. It was really surprising when we went there to ask them for some type of discount. We were wondering how much money we were going to be able to spend, and they just, right off the cuff said, whatever you guys need, please seek us out in the future. So for the new commission, if you need things from Lowe's, they're very willing to help us out. They're very community-minded, and I wanted to take a special time to thank them again. That's it, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Udalvis.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The next meeting of the City of Millville Planning Board will take place on Monday, December 13th at 6:30 p.m. in the fourth floor Commission Chambers of City Hall. As the city's Economic Development Department seeks to continue its focus on expanding industrial redevelopment opportunities well through the end of 2021, I will provide additional explanation in regard to the department's action items on the agenda as we proceed through this evening's resolutions. With the conclusion of this brief report, Mr. Mayor, progress.
Thank you, Commissioner. Vice Mayor Parent.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, motion to receive and file the public announcement regarding COVID-19 ratepayer relief measures for residents experiencing economic hardship during the pandemic and who are behind on their water, sewer, or electric payments. This must be read in its entirety per Executive Order 229 by the State of New Jersey, and the municipal clerk would read that. Thank you.
Do you want to second the motion, take a vote? and then
Second
I'll
the
read-
motion.
Okay.
A motion is second on the Vice Mayor's announcement regarding COVID. Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, and I'll read that for the public. So, certain measures are in place providing relief to ratepayers experiencing economic hardship during the COVID-19 pandemic. Please review this message in its entirety. For more information, please go to our website, millvillenj.gov, or contact the Tax Utility Billing Office at 856-825-7000, extension 7611. Be advised that Executive Order 229 currently prohibits a local government from shutting off water or electric service to a residential customer or to accounts primarily serving residential customers due to non-payment of water, sewer, or electric charges unless the disconnection is to prevent or ameliorate a risk to public health or safety. This shut-off moratorium remains in effect until January 1st, 2022. Note, if your local government has a policy of not shutting off customers, it may want to state that here as part of the normal policy. So I'm not sure if that does or not. We'll have to ask Tracy Gregoire. Late payment penalty and lien enforcement moratorium. Be advised that until January 1st, 2022, Executive Order 229 places a moratorium on local governments enforcing late payment charges and penalties on water or electric accounts or referring a delinquent water or electric payment to tax sale. On or after January 1st, 2022, charges and penalties may be imposed for delinquent payments, and any payments remaining delinquent may be referred to a tax lien sale held by the municipal tax collector. Bill assistance and arrearage forgiveness programs. The New Jersey Department of Community Affairs is currently developing a low-income household water assistance program. This program is designed to assist water and sewer customers facing economic hardship due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Further information will be provided once the program goes live. Opportunity to repay arrearages in installments. Be advised that residents experiencing economic hardship during COVID-19 and who are behind on their payments may be eligible to enter into an agreement whereby the resident agrees to pay their arrearages in installments over a period of time. As part of the agreement, the resident must keep up to date on all current charges. For more information on repaying arrearages in installments, contact the tax utility offices at 856-825-7000, extension 7611. Okay, thank you.
Is this on our website now?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Clerk. Again, we're very busy in the finance department, getting a lot of end-of-the-year measures cleaned up, and some of the work done for the next administration coming in. And we're doing a little bit on getting things prepared for the next year's budget, what the new administration will have, to start looking at a lot of the line items. And also, even though this doesn't have much to do with the report, congratulations, Millville High School Thunderbolts, bringing home a championship. Great game, great game. Great job, great coaches. You just have to be so thrilled to see that team play. They're just dynamite. And all my years of doing high school football games and being there on radio and TV, I've said before, this is the most explosive football team, the quickest football team I've ever seen play here at Millville High School. And they are a young football team. They're dedicated. It's just not football that Coach Thomas preaches to these athletes. It's economics, it's school. Those of us who have the opportunity to listen to that man talk to our students and to the team. He's the real deal. He is the real deal. So we're looking forward to next year already. We have some outstanding football players coming back, and you can rest assured, I think some good things are going to be happening. So I just want to congratulate them. We're thrilled about it. Those of us who have followed high school football and sports, it just makes you proud to see that. Great bunch of kids, Marilyn. I don't want to forget that. Thanks.
Got it.
Progress. man.
Thank you. All right, I'd like to have a motion to receive and file the Streets and Roads Report for the month of November 2021.
So moved.
Second motion.
All right, I'm going to read it real quick, Madam Clerk. This is from our Supervisor, Wayne Gressman. Here's a report for Streets and Roads for November 2021. 65 tires were collected, 16 appliances were collected, 6,120 bags of loose leaves were collected, 80 curbside code violations were given, 9 curbside tickets were written, 297 street sweeping tickets were written, 390 electronic waste received, 637.5 tons of loose leaves were collected. Loose leaves can be placed at the curbside until December 31st, 2021. So if you're doing your leaves, I know they're falling quickly, get them out there before the end of this month. Compost facility will be closing at 12 noon, December 23rd, and will be closed on December 25th, of course, Christmas Day. If anyone has any questions or concerns, please contact Streets and Roads at 856-825-7000, extension 7388, and that's from our Supervisor, Wayne Gressman. I also want to read something else, Madam Clerk, and this is, we talked about.
Yeah, we have to do a roll call on that. 'cause
Oh, I'm
we had a
sorry,
motion
roll
second.
call.
Okay, Commissioner Pepitone?
Thank you.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
I'm rolling. Anyway, we have our superintendent of our sewer department here, and Sal did a great job. You know, we were failing in grease traps with our restaurants, which was causing a lot of problems within our sewer department. So we finally got going because of this commission. We passed a couple things and we started. So I got a small report here. They completed their first set of grease trap inspections on Wednesday, December 2nd. One restaurant was total in compliance with our grease ordinance. 2 restaurants were out of compliance due to lack of maintenance and documentation, and they will be re-inspected in 6 months. 1 restaurant was totally out of compliance with the grease trap as well as documentation. So now that we started this, I think now they're being aware of this, which is going to help our sewer department with the problems we have sometimes. And I'll let Sal get up if he wants to mention anything in reference to that. Do you have anything else to say, Sal?
Not really,
He's shy.
We're just trying to move forward and get all the restaurants.
Yeah, that's a big thing for us right now, as we're closing this year and for the next commission, is that we need to get that going so that we will not hurt our department as much as we're hurting now. So I think it's something that I give credit to Sal and the men and women of that department, because we're doing it now, and now they're being aware of it. And like you said, at least some people were on board with it and some weren't, but now they know. So that's a good thing for us within the city. That's all I have. Madam Clerk, ordinances on second reading, please.
Okay, our first item is a bond ordinance authorizing various capital improvements and acquisitions appropriating $398,000 to pay the cost thereof, authorizing the issuance of $378,100 of bonds to finance the appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in the anticipation of the issuance of bonds.
Mr. Mayor, move the passage of this proposed ordinance on second and final reading.
Second the motion.
So this is an ordinance on second reading, a bond ordinance authorizing various capital improvements. Anyone that has any comments or concerns in regards to this, please step up to the mic, state your name and your concerns, and limit your comments to 5 minutes, please. Seeing no one, I close item number 1 on ordinances on second reading. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 2 is an ordinance amending the salary ordinance to remove titles with a minimum and maximum compensation for various vacant administration titles.
Mr. Mayor, move the passage of this proposed ordinance on second and final reading.
Second the motion.
Once again, this item is on second reading. Item number 2, ordinance amending the salary ordinance to remove titles with the minimum and maximum. Anyone that has any concerns, questions, please step up to the mic, state your name, and we'll try to answer them. Seeing no one, I close item number 2 on ordinance on second reading. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Ordinance on first reading, please.
Okay, item one is an ordinance amending Chapter 56, Sewer and Water, Article 2, Sewer Use Regulations, Section 15, Use of Public Sewer, and Section 16, Sampling, Monitoring, Inspecting, Metering, and Reporting, Article 3, Sewer User Charges, Section 27, Industrial Waste, Article 8, Sewer Discharge Control Regulations for fats, oils, and greases, Section 73, Purpose and Scope, and Section 75, Grease and Scepter, Maintenance, Record Keeping, and Grease Removal.
Mr. Mayor, move for the passage of this proposed ordinance on first reading with final consideration to be given on December 21st, 2021, after due publication provided for by law.
Second that motion?
Got a motion and a second. If I could add a comment, thank you to our solicitor and also Sal again for putting this together. You know, we're on track for this. Anyone has a comment? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 2 is an ordinance amending the salary ordinance to remove and replace the following titles only. The minimum and maximums remain the same. So the title removed would be Supervisor Sewer Maintenance, Supervising Water Treatment Plant Operator, Supervisor of Water, and replaced with Supervising Sewer Plant Repairer, and Supervising Water Treatment Plant Operator, Water Repairer, Supervisor, and this is per civil service.
Mr. Mayor, move the passage of this proposed ordinance on first reading with final consideration to be given on December 21st, 2021, after due publication provided for by law.
Second that motion?
Got a motion and a second. Are there any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 3 is an ordinance amending the salary ordinance to change the following titles: minimum and maximum compensation, assistant municipal engineer with a minimum of $40,000 and a maximum of $89,000.
Mr. Mayor, move the post of this proposed ordinance on first reading with final consideration to be given on December 21st, 2021, after due publication provided for by law.
Second the motion?
Got a motion and a second. Are there any comments?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, simply as a point of clarification and inquiring with our CFO, the amendment to the salary range actually reflects a reduction from the current maximum salary of $94,000 to $89,000.
Thank you, Commissioner. Anybody else? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 4 is an ordinance to approve the application and agreement submitted by Hutton Millville, New Jersey, STLLC for a 5-year exemption or abatement from taxation pursuant to Article 1 of Chapter 65 of the Municipal Code for the project known as Mod Wash Express Car Wash located at 2007 North 2nd Street.
Mr. Mayor, move the passage of this proposed ordinance on first reading with final consideration to be given on December 21st, 2021, after due publication provided for by law.
Second the motion?
Motion and a second. Are there any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 5 is an ordinance to amend Article 19, 2-69 of the revised ordinances of the City of Millville and to enact certain other sections in order to align the salary ordinance with the proposed admin unit contract as a result of negotiations.
Mr. Mayor, move for the passage of this proposed ordinance on first reading with final consideration to be given on December 21st, 2021, after due publication provided for by law.
Second the motion?
Got a motion and a second. Are there any comments?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. My comment is consistent with the discussion that I had with our Vice Mayor Parent this morning regarding this ordinance item. This salary ordinance pertains to the administrative contract included in Resolution Item 4 on this evening's agenda. To provide an explanation of the context of this item, the contract for this collective bargaining unit expired on October 2020. As Commissioners Cooper and Pepitone were involved in the beginning stages of the negotiation process, the remaining members of the commission were made aware of the status of the unresolved negotiation process on November 23, 2021, without further discussion before the written agreement was included on this evening's agenda. Having been a participant in the Council 18 negotiations process and having adopted the increases for this bargaining unit as the following: a 1% increase in January 2020, a 1% increase in 2021, a 2% increase in 2022, and a 3% increase in 2023. I do not concur that all options were explored fully to create a 4-year contract in the most fiscally accountable manner on behalf of the city and its taxpayers when this contract includes a 2% increase across 4 years for supervisor salaries. This is not a reflection on our employees or our supervisors, but rather on the Commission's approach to adopting a revision to the salary guide and a written agreement after having spent many months without discussion and then adopting within the final month of an administration. Additionally, as I had discussed with the Vice Mayor, a contract across multiple years is also an item that the New Jersey League of Municipalities has highlighted as one that can be detrimental to local government if surpassing a certain number of years, as it would in effect tie the next commission to the negotiations process and the results that resulted from that process without taking into consideration the current state of economics within the city. So with that explanation of my comments and my opinion on this matter, I'm preparing to vote no this evening.
Thank you, Commissioner. Anyone else?
Yes, Mayor, I'd like to make a few comments. I was not brought at the very beginning of this contract negotiations. However, near the end, I was becoming much more part of it. I have had discussions with individuals in part of the bargaining unit. As Ashley pointed out, one of my concerns is the fact that the decision that we make tonight will carry into the next commission. However, the last best final offer that we had made with the individuals involved in the negotiating team was what they have accepted at this point. They had made a counter proposal after we had made the offer of 4 years at 2%. The election came about. At that point, I felt no longer comfortable negotiating new numbers. They came back and accepted our last best offer. So with that, in addition to the fact that it has started back in April, I feel comfortable with the decision to move ahead with the decision that we've made and commit to the offer.
And what's that offer, Commissioner?
4 twos, 2, 2, 2.
Thank you.
Yep. My understanding, that offer was 2, 2, and 2. There's no 3 involved at all with the contract. Is that my understanding?
Yes, sir.
There'll be a public hearing on this anyway at the next meeting.
Anyone else? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
No.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Consent agenda items, please.
Okay, all matters listed under the consent agenda are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the Board of Commissioners and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless the governing body member so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. Item 1 is a resolution authorizing special assessment of municipal liens for certain properties due to expenses incurred by the City of Millville relating to board and secure, plus administrative fees in accordance with Chapter 11, Article 6 of the Municipal Code. Item 2 is a resolution authorizing an additional item of revenue in the calendar year 2021 budget, which is now available as revenue from the New Jersey Division of Criminal Justice Body Armor Grant in the amount of $5,656.15. Item 3 is a resolution authorizing water sewer termination on January 3rd, 2022, due to failure to comply with the utility ordinance pursuant to Section 56-18 of the Municipal Code. Item 4 is a resolution authorizing the tax collector to fix the rate of interest to be charged for non-payment of taxes and municipal charges per NJSA 54:4-67. Item 5 is a resolution approving a discharge of mortgage executed by Anna M. Garcia for property located at 811 North 4th Street, Block 327, Lot 3. Item 6 is a resolution authorizing adjustments in the tax and utility records. Item 7 is a resolution authorizing the tax collector to issue a duplicate tax sale certificate to be marked duplicate certificate to Zion Investment Group LLC, who is the lawful owner and has lost the original certificate.
Madam Clerk, I make a motion to approve all items on the consent agenda.
Second the motion?
Get a motion and second. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Take a breather. Resolutions.
Item 1 is a resolution authorizing a professional service contract awarded through a non-fair and open process to McManaman, Scotland, and Bauman LLC as special counsel in an amount not to exceed $25,000 to defend an anticipated claim by the city's former telecommunications carrier, Xtalk Communications, for back billing in excess of $500,000.
With that, Mr. Mayor, I have a certification availability of funds from Marcellus Shepard, Chief Financial Officer, amount of $25,000, and move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Motion is second, certification of funds. Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 2 is a resolution authorizing purchase and sale agreement with True Leaf New Jersey Incorporated to purchase approximately 47 acres of city-owned property located at 1400 Dividing Creek Road for $30,000 per acre for total estimated amount of $1,410,000 for development as a Class 1 cannabis license facility or a Class 2 cannabis manufacturer license facility.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this resolution item.
Second motion.
Get a motion is second. Are there any comments?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. This evening, we actually have Jim Warnick of True Leaf who's joining us. True Leaf is one of 5 cannabis companies that has been vetted by the city's Economic Development and Planning Departments and is currently applying for licensure through the state. In addition to procuring a letter of intent and a letter of support for development from the city, True Leaf's purchase and sale agreement for 47 acres of city-owned property in the Hurley Industrial Park at $30,000 per acre, or a total estimated consideration of $1,410,000 is also considered on this resolution item 2. If approved through the state cannabis licensure program, this development would make a significant impact in not only providing ratables to the city, but also to contribute significantly to the landscape of the Hurley Industrial Park. This evening, we welcome not only True Leaf, but also Mr. Warnick to see this resolution item voted on tonight.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, this is great news for the city. I know in the Revenue and Finance Department, gives us $1.4 million. Marcy, I know that you'll take care of all that money, but that's a great fall for the next administration coming in. That will go into the municipal budget. So again, thank you, Commissioner, for the work being done. That means a lot to our taxpayers in the future, so great news.
And just as a note, this is also subject to all governmental approvals as written into the purchase and sale agreement. So pending the state licensure process, which we'll be watching very closely here at the City of Millville, we hope to welcome True Leaf to the Hurley Industrial Park.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And again, I'd like to congratulate Commissioner Udalvis and her team. This was a team effort to put this together along with our finance department, and it's really great news for all of us that this is coming to fruition. So good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 3 is a resolution approving letter of intent between the City of Millville and Herb Amore LLC for the purchase and redevelopment of city-owned property known as Block 125.03, Lot 11, to locate a cannabis cultivating facility.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this resolution item 3.
Second motion.
Got a motion and a second. Any comments? No.
We actually have a representative this evening with us from Nature's Medicine and Herbamore. If you would like to step to the podium, I can provide some
I was just getting ready to
time.
tell her to sit down. I didn't know what she was doing. Go ahead.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Right to the mic, ma'am. Right behind you.
right behind
Oh,
There you go.
Thank you so much.
We just need your name and who you're representing.
Sure. My name is Heather Coomer. I'm from Vicente Cedarburg, and I'm representing Herbamore, which is actually a local partner and a diversely owned business and a social equity applicant that is the local partner for Nature's Medicine, who's a multi-state operator that operates on, I guess, a numerous amount of states, including Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Arizona. They have 13 operational stores, 3 licensed production facilities with 295,000 feet of cultivation. They currently employ more than 650 people in their facilities, so we're really looking forward to working with the city of Millville and bringing those jobs here as well for cultivation and manufacturing. One of the concerns I just want to bring up that I saw that Block 125.03 and Lot 11, as we go through the application process, there's another entity that's also on this agenda with the same block and lot with the address
Okay.
and that could be an issue. I don't know.
So that would be for Veterans for Alternative Medicine, so it's resolution item 12. It's on there.
Maybe that's a mistake, and, I know that it's a big lot.
Mr. Russell, I could research through our previous Sweet Spot brands to ensure that this block and lot, if it was translated over to another resolution, I can also try to verify that at this time.
Great. We are trying to aim for this December 15th date when they start the application process. So we want to submit with the block and lot that we have done. And we're going to be working with a surveyor, a local surveyor, to take out like 10 acres or a little bit more of that parcel for that property. So I just want to make sure for the purposes of the application that it's not going to be an issue.
Okay. Anything else, ma'am?
That's it. We're just very excited to be working with the city of Millville, and everybody has been so welcoming and nice, and we're just super looking forward to getting a cultivation facility here and employing more people to the city. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Try to get that cleared up by the end.
Okay. Mr. Russell, at this time, I did identify that from an LOI for 501 Bogdan Boulevard, 7 acres, block 125.03, lot 11, if that appears to be the same block and lot.
It may be
Based on the
It may be a
address?
large lot, and, maybe the lot's going to be subdivided.
Okay. I can only confirm as of right now that based on the LOI that we had previously adopted with Sweet Spot Brands, and this is an item that I can, of course, verify with the department, but I cannot verify it in the midst of a meeting. We have 7 acres from 125.03, lot 11.
Was that resolution previously adopted?
It was.
Okay.
It was adopted. You'll have to excuse me, I'm just
Sure.
verifying from our most recent LOI. And in regard to the property that I have located here, a portion of the James R. Hurley Industrial Park, zoned I-3, is marked as the property under Urbamore. So in terms of the property that's located here under this resolution item, that is not what I have in our LOI that was forwarded and is on record in the clerk's office. Mr. Russell, if you have a moment to confirm.
I'm going to see if I can find it.
We can take a recess for the city solicitor to confirm that.
My math doesn't work that
Brock.
quick.
We're going to take, folks, we're going to take about a 5-minute break so we can clear this up as soon as possible, so we'll be on the same page with
Thank you.
everybody else. So excuse us, give us about 5 minutes and we'll be coming back.
Thank you so
Okay?
much.
Thank you.
So what I have here, and I can show you, this is the letter of intent that we have. I have a portion of the James R. Hurley Industrial Park, 10 acres approximately zoned I-3. So I'm not sure if it was just an error that it says block 125.03, lot 11. I think it's a typographical error.
No, I don't think it's probably not an error.
spend my life looking for letters of intent.
There we go. It's on. And we're back.
All right, folks, thank you so much. I think we've got this cleared. The floor is yours, Commissioner Udall.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, thank you for the time also to allow us to consult with our city solicitor. We also did receive explanation from Economic Development, and additionally, it has been requested as the applicant and the developer, or Urbanmore, that we also clarify for the record that Block 125.03, Lot 11, is mentioned on the LOI to be subdivided. It's provided on the language in the document. Additionally, the second cannabis company, the first that has already been approved, has already received a letter of intent for 7 acres. So with that having been established, it's also been confirmed, and I will place it on the record this evening, that in addition to a food processing facility that has already received site plan approval and has gone through the subdivision process, that the tax map will look vastly different by the time that subdivision is finalized. Additionally, I've also been advised that the separation of the cannabis companies across this 100 or more acre lot is going to also be divided by wetlands.
If you can amend the resolution, just to put some sort of statement on there that it doesn't overlap with another, that basically states that they're the only one of that portion. So when they get that kind of submittal, that it says there's no other company that is designated for this 10 acres or something like that. They're not overlapping. They're not on the same land, if that makes sense.
Mr. Russell, can we accommodate that request via language in the resolution item in and of itself?
The only thing I can think that you can do is that it's part of Lot 11 is what we're talking about. And then if that is consistent with the other approval that we gave, anyone that sees that is going to know that it's part of, they're different parts of the same lot.
Right. And as we mentioned before, we cannot rename the lots without
No.
subdivisions having
Oh,
been
that I
provided.
totally understand. If you can just put for like, I guess, on the resolution that it's not, that it will, I guess, like not be, or just what you said about the wetlands, that it will be separated from a different entity.
We can provide a correspondence from the department to explain the location. Mr. Russell, would that be
Yeah,
an
my
internal
problem is I
document?
don't know the exact location. I don't have a map in front of me, so I'm reluctant to.
Yeah,
We
make a
can
representation.
provide
It may not be
confirmation,
accurate.
and additionally, in regard to, the city does have the information within the resolution that explains that of the companies that we have surveyed, there are 5 that are being approved. We would not, within that realm, place 2 companies on the same block and lot to have purchasers competing for city-owned property.
Yes.
So we can provide follow-up correspondence from the department to provide you with the renderings of the block and lot to show the location.
Sure. If we can get a statement prior to us submitting on December 15th of that it's, it's not going to overlap, that would be perfect.
Mr. Russell, is this an item, since we would not meet the deadline of the local governing body having passed it before December 15th, is that an internal document that can be accommodated from the
We
department?
can do it. I would recommend that we amend the ordinance and or the resolution, proposed resolution, where it says city-owned property known as Block 125.03, Lot 11, that be amended to provide known as part of Block 125.03, Lot 11.
Is that adequate?
Yes, I think that with the internal letter plus with that amendment to the resolution, I think that should be more than adequate. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's no problem, thank you.
So,
We need a motion to amend the resolution.
correct.
I'd like to make a motion. to-
Additionally, I will make a motion to amend the resolution.
Second the motion.
Ms.
I don't think there is.
No comments from the public. Go- No comment from the public. Go ahead.
Was there a motion? I don't think one
There
was.
wasn't a
Thank you.
motion on the floor.
There was no motion made.
I did make a motion, and it would have received a
Did we
second.
get a second?
It would have received a second in order to have proceeded to the comment portion, so that is true. It would be clean in order to rescind this first motion that was on the table, and then proceed with the amended resolution. I would agree with that.
But the motion was never
I don't
seconded.
The motion
though.
did not, the motion did receive a second.
I don't think
It
there
For
was
us
a
to go into
motion.
discussion, wouldn't it have to have received a second?
Did it receive a second? I mean,
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I second it.
Yes.
You did?
If it
Yeah,
received
no,
a
there's a
second,
second.
then you can move to rescind it. If it didn't receive a second, you
I
don't need
didn't
to do
catch
that.
that.
Mr. Russell, I would like to move to rescind previously articulated resolution item 3.
Second motion.
That's what you need.
Thank you. Yes.
All right, so it's
So
not-
second by Vice Mayor.
Okay.
Can we get a roll call?
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yeah, yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, so it's been rescinded.
Now, can we have it reinstituted here?
Yes, and Mr. Mayor, I would move for the adoption of revised and amended resolution item 3, stating resolution approving letter of intent between the City of Millville and Urbamore LLC for the purchase and redevelopment of city-owned property known as part of Block 125.03, Lot 11, to locate a cannabis cultivating facility.
Second the motion.
Motion and a second. Are there any other comments?
Mr. Mayor, I would only cite that as per our response to a recent Daily Journal article request that this is our 5th and final cannabis company that the city has surveyed and has provided either letters of intent or letters of support throughout the state licensure process. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Okay,
Moving on.
thank you. Okay, item 4 is a resolution authorizing the ratification of the collective bargaining agreement between the City of Millville and the administrative unit concerning conditions of employment for the years 2022 through 2024.
Mr. Mayor, move the adoption of this resolution.
Second motion.
Get a motion and a second. Are there any comments?
This is the contract for the administrative unit, and it's a 222.
2.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Anyone else? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
No.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 5 is a resolution authorizing Second Amendment to professional service contract with Marmero Law LLC Labor Council for an additional amount of $70,000 to cover legal expenses for a total contract amount of $220,000.
And with that, Mr. Mayor, I have a certification of availability of funds from Marcella Shepherd, Chief Financial Officer, amount of $70,000. Move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second motion.
Got a motion and a second. Certification of funds. Are there any comments?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, as stated in previous meetings, I did not provide initial approval of the contract during January 2021 reorganization meeting. Therefore, I'll remain consistent in my initial negative vote in regard to this amendment to contract amount. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Anyone else? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
No.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 6 is a resolution appointing the following individual as alternate member of the Zoning Board of Adjustment: Charlene Johnson, alternate 1, with a term expiring December 7, 2023.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Got a motion and a second. Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 7 is a resolution authorizing cancellation of delinquent property taxes and municipal charges for balances less than $10 from the 2021 tax records pursuant to NJSA 40A:5-17.
Mr. Mayor, move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second motion.
Motion and a second. Are there any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 8 is a resolution authorizing cancellation of delinquent property taxes and municipal charges for balances less than $10 from the 2021 water and sewer records pursuant to NJSA 40A:5-17.
Mr. Mayor, move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second motion.
A motion and a second. Are there any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 9 is a resolution rescinding Resolution 218-2021 and Resolution 219-2021 adopted on September 7, 2021, due to incorrectly authorizing letters of intent for Apotheca Cultivation Incorporated for the purchase and redevelopment of property located at 609 Orange Street, which is private property. Therefore, the authorization should have been for letters of support.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Got a motion and a second. Are there any comments?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, as a point of clarification, this resolution rescinding the resolutions for Apopka in regard to cannabis cultivation and manufacturing do not affect the correspondences dispensed to the prospective developer, as the typographical errors pertain to the city's wording of the resolutions. Each resolution, as included in resolution items 10 and 11, correct the language reading letters of intent to reflect letters of support consistent with the documentation provided to the developer, as the developer seeks to redevelop privately owned property rather than city-owned property. Thank you.
You're welcome, Commissioner. Thank you. Anyone else? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Perrin?
Yes.
Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 10 is a resolution approving letter of support to Apotheca Cultivation Incorporated to operate a cannabis cultivation facility at the proposed location of 609 Orange Street in Millville, New Jersey.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second the
Got a
motion?
motion and a second. Are there any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Perrin?
Yes.
Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 11 is a resolution approving letter of support to Apotheca Cultivation Incorporated to operate a cannabis manufacturing facility at the proposed location at 609 Orange Street.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second the
Got a
motion?
motion and a second. Are there any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Perrin?
Yes.
Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 12 is a resolution approving letter of intent between the City of Millville and Veterans for Alternative Medicine South Jersey LLC, BAM, formerly known as Sweet Spot Brands LLC, for the purchase and redevelopment of city-owned property known as Block 125.03, Lot 11, to locate a cannabis cultivating facility.
Mr.
May I,
Mayor?
before a motion is made, if I may interrupt?
Yes.
And recommend that the resolution be amended to include the same language that we just inserted in the other resolution, because it's the same lot, and otherwise it's going to be confusing. So if we can add the phrase "part of the block and lot," I would recommend that.
Good job.
Yes. Madam Clerk, should I read that into the record now, or?
That sounds good to amend
Okay.
it.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of Resolution Item 12, approving letter of intent between the City of Millville and Veterans for Alternative Medicine South Jersey LLC, VAM, formerly known as Sweet Spot Brands LLC, for the purchase and redevelopment of city-owned property known as part of Block 125.03, Lot 11, to locate a cannabis cultivating facility.
Second the motion?
Got a motion and a second. Are there any comments?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. The intent also of this resolution item is to amend the title of the company from Sweet Spot Brands LLC to Veterans for Alternative Medicine South Jersey LLC at the request of the prospective redeveloper in order for the state licensure process to show compliance and consistency.
Anyone else? Thank you, Commissioner. Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Perrin?
Yes.
Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 13 is a resolution authorizing the execution of a settlement agreement between Wawa Incorporated, number 0964, and the City of Millville.
Mr. Mayor, move the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Got a motion and a second. Are there any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Perrin?
Yes.
Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 14 is a resolution approving second addendum to Agriterra LLC purchase and sale agreement to extend the purchaser's due diligence period.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion?
Got a motion and a second. Are there any comments?
Yes,
May I
Mr.
just make a correction? It's not an extension of the due diligence period. It's an extension of the closing date, because they're almost ready to close, but the contract period is about to expire or is almost expired, even though there's an automatic provision for a 12-month extension. So what it's going to do is, it's going to extend the closing period, and it's also going to dispense with a provision in the contract that requires an additional $20,000 deposit, because they are close to closing at this point.
Okay, so the previous resolution, the first addendum
Yeah.
was the due diligence, and this one, okay, so that's my mistake in the summary.
They've
the
already been to
resolution's
planning
correct.
board, and they have their
Actually-
site plan approval, and they're ready to close.
Okay.
That was actually part of the explanation that I was going to also provide, Mr. Russell, in providing an extension as the developer seeks to proceed through the purchasing process, hopefully by year's end. The city solicitor has provided the second addendum as all requirements for the preliminary and final site plan approval were met on February 8th, 2021, as memorialized by planning board resolution.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Mr. Russell, I did make a motion on that resolution. Would you recommend that we rescind and
Anyone second
No,
that motion?
the resolution's correct. The summary was incorrect.
Yeah.
the summary can stand
We don't
as
need to amend
is?
Yeah, the resolution on the
See,
agenda is
So the
correct.
resolution is okay, but the summary was not.
Yeah, so we're making a motion on
So
the
the
resolution.
explanation right now is good to go, right,
Correct.
Solicitor?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else, any comments?
Not at all.
No. Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 15 is a resolution approving letter of intent between the City of Millville and Livonia America Corp. for Block 136, Lot 1, and designated Livonia America Corp. as conditional developer.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second motion?
You got a motion and a second, or any comments?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. In a coordinated effort between the city solicitor, economic development, and planning department, this letter of intent designates Livonia America as conditional redeveloper for the parcel located in Block 136, Lot 1, for a prospective food processing facility. This prospective development opportunity, while having been cultivated throughout 2021, will continue discussions with the city throughout the purchase and sale agreement and redevelopment agreement stages over the coming months. As the city continues to move forward with companies such as Agriterra, who have become new and welcome additions to the James R. Hurley Industrial Park, we are pleased to welcome a prospective developer such as Livonia America to the city's industrial landscape to promote additional ratables and job creation. I will also note that this LOI, as constructed and as published by our city solicitor, is a non-binding legal agreement, but one that expresses the city's intent to move forward with the process, and one that we hope, with the new commission having the opportunity to resume the process with Livonia America, will continue on.
Anyone else? Again, a lot of credit to the Commissioner and Economic Development, that team, for bringing these businesses to the city of Millville. Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. There was one more thing before we go into public comment. The item for the ratification of the collective bargaining agreement states 2022 through 2024, and that is incorrect. It should be 2021 through 2024 for those years, because we were out of contract for a year. So that would, according to Brock, would need to be rescinded, and then,
You need a motion to rescind it, and then you can propose a new motion to approve it as amended, which would be 2021 through 2024.
Yes.
Marcy just made us aware of that.
Thank you, Marcy.
We'll just do the motion to amend that. Thank you.
we'd have to rescind it.
To rescind
To
it
rescind
and then,
it,
First.
yes.
Rescind it.
Okay.
then we'll do the motion.
What number is that?
That's 21 point Roman numeral 4
Thank you.
on page 6.
I'd like to make a motion to rescind 21 Roman numeral 4 concerning the administrative salaries
The administrator's unit.
of the administrator's unit.
And give
Second
us,
motion?
time out for a second. Give us the years again, please. This says 2022 through 2024.
It's 2021 through 2024.
Thank you. All right, we have a motion, a second to
Rescind.
rescind.
Yes.
Any other comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Now, if someone wants to propose a motion for an amended resolution that would provide for a period of 2021 through 2024.
So moved. As amended.
Second motion?
Got a motion, and a second, and a recommendation of our solicitor. Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
No.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Thank you for picking that up, Marcy.
It's Marcy. Thank you, Marcy.
Sam, thank you. Jeannie, are we clear now for
Yes, Mayor.
public? Okay.
That's all.
We've now reached the public comment portion of this meeting. Anyone would like to address this commission, please go to the podium. State your name and address your concerns, and please limit your comments to approximately 5 minutes. Sir? Yes, sir.
First of all, I want to commend the city commission because
Who
they
are
had-
you?
Can we have your name, sir, because we don't know who you are?
My name is Ethan Aronoff from East Main Street, Millville to Holly City, 08332.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry. But as I started to say, I want to commend the city commission because without their role and without their help, the Millville Public Library, and I'm speaking on behalf of the board, we just met a few minutes ago, and without your help, we would not have been able to meet the match in order to get this project moving. Project being an annex to the existing building and an update to the existing older part of the building. And the state required X number of dollars, and you, thanks to you and all your efforts, we were able to do that. Also, I'm grateful for the continued annual support from this commission and the lease arrangement, and that you endorsed our application for the matching funds from the state referendum for library construction. I want to thank the mayor. The mayor himself helped this campaign. We had a capital drive. I know he made at least 2 or 3 phone calls on our behalf, so we're grateful for that. Joe Pepitone helped us with the police when we needed it. And Ashley's a former board member. Glad to see her. And of course, Bruce was our liaison. It's the library fell under his department. And he and Samantha Cruz have been excellent. Samantha's here in helping us keeping the building up, which is actually your building, but we are keeping an eye on it for you. Also grateful for other staff members, Brock, Jeannie, and Marcy, who also helped us
The
over
lady
the
with the
years.
money.
And I think in our 157th year, we thank you again for all your help. And to Commissioner Parent, I know he played a large role in this, and we wish him well as he enters into his retirement.
Thank you.
And I believe, Jim, you have the longest number of years on the city commission?
Don't tell those secrets. They'll start dating me.
So that's pretty amazing. And I was with Jim the first time he ran, because it was the first time I ran. And I'm going to say 1973, and that's AD, not BC. So that makes it a little better. But anyway, we are grateful for all you guys and all your help. And thank you. And good luck to you as you move forward.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Aronoff, for your
I have
leadership.
my library
Yeah,
director here with us. too.
absolutely, but we want to thank you for your leadership over at the library. We really appreciate what you've done over there and your team, so thank you.
So I know we live in a world that's politically divided, and we don't always agree with each other's decisions. My name is Jonathan Murky, by
Thank
the
you.
way. Churchill Drive. I just want to stand here and say publicly thank you all for your sacrifice and service. We are grateful in the city of Millville for all you've done. Thank you.
Thank you.
As you know, Samantha Cruz. I am a city admin, as you know, and also a resident of the city of Millville. On behalf of the city administration unit, there's only about 14 of us in it. I do want to extend my sincere thank you for voting for our contract. It is 2%, which, you know, is a cost of living increase. I think it's pretty fair across the board, but just on behalf of I know a lot of the administrators aren't here tonight, but I do want to thank you for taking that in consideration and doing that for us.
You're
As you
welcome.
know, we've been out of contract for a year, so we appreciate that. And the library, I just want a cookie next time in a package, okay? Chocolate chip, please. So it is my honor. I get to work with a lot of great people because of the building facilities and such, and the library is one organization that tries to do their best, and you know, hopefully that project will be done complete soon, and then maybe we could start working on this building. So, right, next commission. So anyway, once again, I just on behalf of the commission, the admin unit, I wanted to thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. Seeing no one else, I close the public comments for this evening. Comments of commissioners. Commissioner Cooper,
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
welcome.
So, as the vice mayor had spoken during his department's dissertation, he spoke about the football team.
Oh, God, yeah.
And I had a chance to really watch this football team this year. And my daughter kind of forces me, but she didn't really have to. She thought she did. Like, Dad, you got to come out. My daughter's in the 10th grade at Millville High School, and this was her first year of really going out there and really seeing the games and getting to know the games. And, you know, there's a football player so that, you know, she may be following, unfortunately. But we'll talk about that another time. I just want to say that it was very special. This was a special season, and you had mentioned what they did, and they beat teams by 4 and 5 touchdowns every game, except for this one. It's not really something that you really see happens every year. I mean, we won it 4 years ago, 5 years ago,
Yes.
and it was tough. It was tough. It was really tough for us to win that. But this year, they were dominant. They were dominant from the beginning. And when I went to Rutgers yesterday, I mean, and we saw the teams out there, I said, well, we'll probably have some fans out there. We had triple the amount of fans that Winslow had out there. We had buses going down there to the game, and we passed a few of them on the way. And it was just a joy to see a community come out and really share in the moment, really share in that moment. It was, Rutgers is a huge stadium. It seemed like we had nobody there, but we had 3 times as amount as they did. The band was there. Our band is tremendous. They put on a great halftime show. It's, and really, I like to say it's against all odds, because we constantly have people saying what we can't do and what our kids can't do. And what we continue to show you is what they can do. And these young men and women, because there's women out there helping them on the sideline as well. They used to have one playing, but not this year. But they're always fighting against the odds. And I have to say, as a community, that's what we do. We fight against the odds. We had the library. We fought against the odds that we weren't going to get it. We fought against the odds, and we got it. It's happening. We fought against the odds that we weren't going to have economic development. Even down towards the end of our commission, commissioners still doing work in economic development. So against all the odds, no matter what people have said about our city and about our people, we still do our best to make it the Holly City. And I'm happy about that. And I know that that's going to be something that we continue to do throughout our time. I'm happy that we're able to fight against the odds and able to come out swinging and doing the best for our city. So that was an example. It was a microcosm of what we are and who we are as a city. And I think we need to have our heads held up high for that. And with that, Mr. Mayor, moving forward.
Thank you, Commissioner Cooper. Commissioner Pepitone.
Yeah, I have some thank yous to share. First of all, Courtney and Ethan, thank you for all of that you guys have done personally for our library. Both of you pointing to each other, which is only indicative of the work, how well you guys work together, and all that you do to bring to fruition the new library, or the new change in the library that we're going to all experience. Everyone from the community is going to benefit from. Again, thank you to those who are not here right now, but for their generous contribution. And I see 2 of our commissioner-elects here tonight. I'm glad to see that you guys are here. Wishing you the best. Take this time to speak with one another. Learn all that you can. Pretty soon, the Sunshine Law comes in that prohibits you from communicating to one another. Use this time. I'm sure any of us up here, if you have any questions, we're here to help you or share with you where the city is at this point. It's just a great time. With that, Mayor, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Commissioner Pepitone. Commissioner Udalvis.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would just briefly thank all of our professionals for continuing to work diligently throughout the month of December through the end of year, as we're not only preparing for the end of this administration, but they're preparing for the beginning of a new administration with new initiatives to take place. So with that, I would like to once again extend our gratitude to our professionals working with the city.
Thank you, Commissioner Dalvis. Vice Mayor Parent?
Thank you, Mayor. Ethan, it's always a pleasure. Again, tell a little story about Ethan Aronoff. When he ran for city commission in 1970, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to date him either. But we're known as the Holly City of America, okay? And he had these seeds of a holly tree, and he went door to door in his campaign. Am I right, Ethan? With these holly, good idea about campaigning. You know, he had them, gave everybody a thing of holly seeds to plant. And Ethan was public safety director.
Some people tried to smoke them.
Oh, gosh, they would now, yeah. That's Ethan. But Ethan, it's a pleasure. The library's a very special thing that we have here in the city of Millville. A lot of municipalities were doing away with libraries, getting rid of them, not funding them, but we stood up. We know that is a tremendous need for our people here in the city of Millville. You'd be surprised how many people go to that library. And it was a journey that we shared together. We go way back in trying to get state funding, working with legislators and doing what we have to do with the political end of things at times. But I think we were looking at $1.4, $1.5 million contribution from the city at one point. Okay. And we were able to get that down to around $700,000. But it's a great investment that we have here in the city. So again, you know, thank you, thank the board, thank the people who work there. You do a great, great job. And we're looking forward to the day that that is built. And this administration, I'm sure, is looking at it also. It's a cornerstone that'll be there for many, many years, and I'm just thrilled about the future that we'll have with people utilizing that library. Community center, all the things that we've talked about will be happening. So again, thank you very much for your hard work, dedication as a board, and your employees. Appreciate that. You know, also, you know, Bruce, you mentioned the band. You know, band won the state championship too.
Yeah,
you know, with the
that's right.
band.
Yeah.
You know, folks, I don't want to forget the band.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they still a tremendous amount of work. You know, it's not intense as football, but they practice like 12 months out of the year in that band. So we want to congratulate the band also.
It
on
shows
winning
they
a
practice like that,
championship.
yeah.
You know, the Millville coming to town of champions. I think that is important. You know, so we've enjoyed that. Again, a lot is happening in the economic development, bringing in revenue to our city. Keep reminding people this administration was down for almost 15 months due to the epidemic. And we were at a standstill, which was trying to pick up some pieces that were still there. So again, I want to thank the economic development team we have here, and a great, great job. And anytime we can keep putting money into the treasury is a bonus for everyone, So we're looking forward to that. And with that, Mayor, it's up to you now, man.
Thank you. I have an Ethan story.
We all do.
So 73, you came into politics. Is that true?
Yeah. 825.
83, you swore me in as a police officer in the city of Millville because you were the public safety director, so thank you. I had a great career here, so thank you. I want to talk about our volunteerism. This weekend on Saturday, I was going north on Sharp Street when I saw a large amount of smoke. From my experience, tells me that there was a fire. And I went to the location, saw kids coming out, and our fire department showed up, did an outstanding job. But I want to give a lot of credit to a couple people that we usually have at the meeting, Sean Connors and also Cindy Cook. Right away, I went to the residents after the fire and spoke to them. They were in need of some things, and those two ladies there reached out to individuals, and I tell you what, by that evening, they had blankets, they had anything that they needed, Pampers for the baby, and I need to give them a shout out because of people like this in the city of Millville is why we can survive, and so many communities are good to go because of people like Cindy and Sean, because they stepped up to the plate. And I got to meet the couple, the married couple, and family members, and they were so happy that the city came through. So that's a great ending note. Continue to volunteer, and I wish everyone here a great week. And can I have a...
More to go.
Yes. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
This meeting's adjourned. Thank you. Have a safe trip home.